Hey guys, how's it going? Brandon here, and welcome to this team builder. Before we get into it, I need your guys' help. Now, with the end of the mainstream team builders coming, now we're on to Gen 6 and Gen 7, I need your guys' help on what team builders we should do next. So in the comment section below, I need you guys to give me your ideas for the team builders that you want to see. Some of the ideas I've come up with so far are possibly monotype teams, highest base stat, lowest EXP curves, you know, just simple stuff like that, that I can do teams around. I could do ROM hacks or go back to the original games and do stuff like that. So in the comment section below, you guys, I need you to give me your suggestions of what team builders you want to see, because obviously I want to give you guys the best content possible. So make sure in the comment section below you let me know what you want to see. Without further ado, on with the team. Hey guys, how's it going? Brandon here, welcome back to another Pokemon team build for you guys. Today we of course are finishing Gen 6, starting with Delphox build. Once again, you guys, I am joined by a good friend of mine, Jack, or the Don Fanatic.
Hey guys, it's me, the Don Fanatic, and I think Brandon just kind of stole my line, because I don't know what else to say now, because you said my name before I even...
It's the in the Don Fanatic is very important.
The is the very important, as highlighted in my Twitter bio. By the way, go follow me. I'm getting a shameless plug in there.
Getting a shameless plug in. His links, of course, will be down in the description below. Of course, before we get on with this, quick disclaimer just to say that this is an opinion-based team. Me and Jack are going to talk through the basis of the team, of course, but if you want to change anything about the team, then by all means, go ahead and do so. But with that said...
it's pretty lit already.
With that said, let's get on with this. Alright then, you guys, first up, of course, we have Delphox, our starter for this team builder, the Fire Psychic type. And I will be the first one to put my hand up and say that I massively overlooked this thing when the games were first released. Froakie and Chespin were just too good in my eyes that it wasn't an option. Fennekin wasn't an option for me. But when I finally stopped and thought, actually, you know, let's use this thing, let's see how it was. Damn boy was I surprised on how good this thing actually is. Base 104 speed, it naturally will outspeed everything in game if you keep the levels right. Base 100 special defense, this thing can take a special attack well, and base 114 special attack, modest nature, boost that stat up even higher with the Carmine Flamethrower Psychic Shadow Ball moveset as well. Carmine you can set up and sweep and things will drop like anything. Flamethrower and Psychic as stab moves, good solid hard hitting stab moves, and Shadow Ball for coverage against those ghost types. This thing will set up and absolutely bomb through anything. Like I said, in game, this thing is amazing. It gets overshadowed by things competitively like Victini, but with the new addition of Fairy typings as well in this generation, Fairy being weak to Steel and Poison, you now have two typings on your starter Mon that are super effective at both Steel and Poison, with Psychic being good against Poison and Fire being good against Steel. So with a new Fairy typing, this thing was perfect to counter or be with a Fairy typing, because you can take out those super effective types against Fairy. If that makes sense, I probably said that a bit too quickly, but you guys know what I mean. And I don't know, I think this thing was overlooked. Yes, Greninja is amazing. Yes, Chestnut is a massive fucking tank, but do not overshadow this thing. If you haven't used it already, highly recommend you do so. It's an amazing starter. It's our first team member, of course. It is Delphox.
Okay guys, the next Mon we have on the team, bringing the true meaning to flower power, is Florges, the Fairy type. Now, ability-wise, Florges, it doesn't really matter what you have on it. We are running Flower Veil because that is what you tend to get in-game, but both are pretty useless abilities anyway. EV-wise, ideally, we'd like to be running 248 in HP, 252 in special attack, and 8 in special defense, with a modest nature. I mean, Florges has base 112 special attack. It doesn't really need too much bulk investment. Obviously, we've got the HP. It's not the fastest mon, so there's no point in putting it in speed. And the fact it's modest with this investment allows it to hit incredibly hard. And in, like, 6th gen, Fairy typing is just amazing. So you just want to sort of hit as hard as you can with that flower. Now, attack wise, we are running Carmine, a bit similar to Delphox, but when you get 1 or 2 boosts going, this thing hits like a truck. Its stab move of choice is obviously Moonblast. You do run that chance of getting -1 special attack on your opponent as well, and sort of in combination with that, we are going to be running Psychic, which does allow you to hit them sort of pesky poison types that I think they might be able to switch in on Florges. Finally, because we have kind of touched on this already, Florges is a bit on the thick and fat side. We are running Toxic just to run those fatter mons down. But that's Florges for the team.
On to the third team member, you guys. Of course, we have our Kanto starter for the game. In the other two team builders, I use Charizard and Venusaur, so it's only right that in one of them finally, we use my favourite of the three, which is Blastoise, a solid water type known by everyone for being an absolute monster, an absolute tank. Base 100 defense, 105 special defense as well. We've gone with the special offensive Blastoise with Flash Cannon to deal with those fairies. This team, I have to admit, is kind of weak to fairy, so we chuck Flash Cannon and it's a hard hitting move. With the Mega Evolution as well, this thing will hit things really hard. Dark Pulse, Ice Beam and Surf, of course. Stab, Ice Beam good for grass types, and Dark Pulse just for coverage, and flinches, why the fuck not. Blastoise is just one of those mons that anyone can use in game and use well. It's a solid water type, everyone loves it. Its design, of course, with the new Mega Evolutions as well, this thing really got a chance to shine. Its Mega Launcher ability being an absolute game changer of an ability, and this thing just, it set its stats through the roof. Me personally, like I said, it's my favourite of all the Kanto starters. So me, when I first played through the game, even though I did choose Chespin, I did also grab Blastoise as well, because I knew how much I love this thing. And of course, you get a nice little Squirtle, Wartortle. It goes through the game gradually. It helps you with the second gym as well, really well with those pesky rock types, so it does that job really well. Like I said, in game, this thing absolutely does the finest. It's bulky, it hits hard, the Mega Evolution just adds everything all together in a nice big ball. It's a solid team member, it's our third team member. It, of course, is Blastoise.
Next up, we have the literal GOAT of all Pokemon. It is nothing other than Go-Goat, the grass type that was introduced in 6th gen, a personal favourite of mine. Now, we are running the Sap Sipper ability. It works really well in conjunction with Blastoise, obviously Blastoise being weak to that grass type. Switching Go-Goat on a grass move and you get a free +1 to your attack. We're also running an offensive build of Go-Goat here with an Adamant Nature and 252 in the attack stat, so if you do get to +1, this thing is going to be hitting incredibly hard. Sort of the rest of the investment is going into bulk, so 252 in HP and 4 in special defense, just kind of enabling Go-Goat to sort of stand for as long as possible. Move-wise, we're running Brick Break. It offers sort of good general purpose. You know, we are running Earthquake on a few mons in this team, so we thought, why not? Let's mix it up a bit. It hits a few things that otherwise it might struggle with. Leaf Blade is the stab move of choice. It does give you a nice critical hit chance as well, so that's there for that. Leech Seed is a really nice move to wear down some fat mons that you come across, and it does obviously provide some recovery for Go-Goat outside of other moves like Milk Drink. And its final move in this build is Bulk Up. We've already touched on Sap Sipper, how it gives you +1 attack. With Bulk Up, it also gives it the opportunity to continue setting up its attack as well as its defense, and that works quite well with the bulk it's got.
Now on to the 5th team member, you guys, and some of you might be surprised, some of you might not. I had to put him in one of the teams somewhere. He is available in the game. You can get a bag on quite early on in the game, and just using them through the game is just fun. You know, my favourite Pokemon, if you couldn't already tell, of course, it's Salamence. Now, this thing, a lot of people may think, oh, you can get Noivern, it's the same typing and it's new to Gen 6, you should use the version exclusive. Or you've got Goodra as well as a possible thing. You can get Garchomp, you can get Haxorus. It's my favourite Pokemon. There are so many Dragon types that you can use in this generation. There's so many different Pokemon that you can use in this generation. There's countless different teams that you can make. Like I said, I'm just giving you a basic team for you guys to use. Me and Jack were just like, you know what, fuck it. I made him the 5th Pokemon just so I could talk about him, just so Jack doesn't have to. But yeah, of course, we've got Salamence with the Adamant Nature just to boost up those almighty stats that it already has. Shame the Mega isn't even in yet. But trust me, it doesn't need it. Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Fly and Roost. Roost for a bit of health back just in case we need it. Fly to get around the region as well, because it's Stab as well. It gets it at level 50, so you will be running around for a while. Once you get that Flying Salamence, of course, it's Stab and you'll be able to get around the region. Earthquake just for a strong hitting move, because why not? It's Earthquake, it hits rock types, so fuck it. And then, of course, the Stab Dragon Claw. You can change the moveset up however you want with any of these ones, like I said. But if you do change anything, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. Let's go through these stats real quick. 95 HP, base 135 base attack. Adamant Nature even boosted even higher. You could super train to make even higher. This thing's attack stat is of course through the roof because it's a fucking Salamence. Early defenses both at 80, so solid defenses, base 110 special attack, so you can even go with a special Salamence as well. I've used special Salamence before, it should not be overlooked, and base 100 speed, everyone loves base 100 speed. You're naturally going to be outspeeding everything, and with the hard hitter that Salamence is, it's just going to run through absolutely everything. It's an amazing Pokemon, please use it if you haven't already. It's my favourite of course, but it's the 5th team member of this team builder. It is Salamence.
The final Pokemon on the team is going to be Crocodile, Ground and Dark type. Now, with this set, we are running the ability Moxie. You will see why in a second, but obviously what Moxie does is it does give you a +1 to your attack every time you kill a Pokemon on the opposing team. So if that isn't scary enough, you just wait a second till you see the moveset we've got for this thing. So EV-wise, we have got 4 in HP, just a little bit extra bulk, 252 in attack, just to allow its moves to hit as hard as possible, and then we have got 252 in speed, again, just trying to let it be as fast as possible and get some quick, powerful moves off. Moveset wise, we are running Crunch. Now it does have access to incredible stabbing, Crunch and Earthquake. It allows you to hit a lot of Pokemon out there, and just for coverage we are going to be running Stone Edge. It allows you to hit them flying types that are obviously immune to the Earthquake. And finally, I did mention sort of how disgusting this would be. You do get to run Power Up Punch along with the Moxie ability on Crocodile. That lets you get set up incredibly easily, incredibly well, and it allows you just to steamroll through teams sort of in the later game. That's it for the team.
Okay then, you guys, that is going to be it for today's team builder. The final team, we've got Delphox, Florges, Blastoise, Go-Go, Salamence and Krook. I'd like to thank Jack so much for joining me.
No, thank you very much for having me, Brandon. Hopefully I'll challenge again soon, guys.
Of course, we make sure that you go into the description down below, check out Jack's links down there. Got some draft league action going on, some exciting battles, watching him getting very salty and destroyed. But with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. Make sure you hit the like button as well. Comment what team you would use using Delphox, and let me know in the comment section below what you changed as well. But with that said, we'll see you guys next time. Peace!
Bye.